Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Stobie. The last time CAA's Niagara's Worst Roads campaign ran in 2019, McLeod Road, right where our YourTV studios are located, earned that dubious distinction. Will it be knocked off of that perch when the campaign is over after a break from last year? Director of Marketing and Business Development, Amanda Fletcher from the CAA joins us. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you for having me.
Now, as someone who drives out of this parking lot and tries to make a left turn on McLeod Road after recording our sessions here at YourTV, can you tell me, is that one of the reasons why it was voted one of the worst, or the worst road back in 2019?
There were a number of areas along McLeod that were identified as troublesome, but certainly along that stretch, right from essentially where you turn for the Walmart back to Canadian Tire, or what was Canadian Tire, was certainly identified as a stretch that was problematic for crumbling pavements and potholes. Anyone who has driven down it can attest that it is quite a bumpy ride, for sure. Now,
when you look at the top 5 from 2019, 3 of the roads, and in fact 7 of the top 10, I believe, were in the city of Niagara Falls. What does that say?
It's a tough one to kind of put a finger on why exactly Niagara Falls is bubbling up. We were able, before COVID hit, to meet with Mayor Diodati and to talk through those problem areas. We were excited to see that many of those roads are already slated for repair in the next several years. So McLeod was one of them. Drummond is one that hasn't yet undergone repair just yet, but is slated to do so. So it is nice to know that these roads are getting attention from municipalities, and in some cases, mayors will say to us, well, it's nothing we don't already know, but it is good to be able to provide that voice to residents to say, listen, this is impacting my commute, or this is causing damage to my vehicle, and we can then facilitate that conversation around where they, where the road repairs stand and things like that.
Do the results somewhat rely on which municipality is more active in their nominations?
To a degree, it is a grassroots initiative. So what we have seen in the past is residents of a particular community might rally around and recognize that this campaign presents an opportunity to maybe bring to light an area that isn't already on the radar. We have seen some of the smaller and more rural communities show up in larger numbers in some of our campaigns, because that group of residents have said, like, listen, let's take this opportunity to really raise that awareness in our particular towns and cities. So we have seen that happen in the past, for sure. And we don't want to restrict anybody. We give everyone lots of opportunity to come out and talk about it. And there have been times when we've brought those results to the municipality and had that conversation, and it's a little bit more of, oh, okay, that wasn't on our radar necessarily. Maybe it's not a hugely well-traveled area, and then that's an opportunity for them to take another look.
And that should be the great result of this survey, is to put some pressure on the municipalities to fix up those roads.
To have the conversations, absolutely, and to make sure that those voices are being heard, and that we can give them some information that'll help them to feel safer and better in their commute, around their community. And this year in particular, too, we want to make sure that we're shining a light on things that go beyond the pothole. Crumbling pavement tends to be the cornerstone of our campaign. It's what it's been known for, but we do have the ability to gather information on non-pothole related infrastructure issues as well. And we really, with COVID changing how we explore our communities, with more people out on bikes and out on foot, we want to also make sure that people are paying attention to those other road safety factors as well. Where do we need more sidewalks? Where do we need bike lanes? Even traffic calming within neighborhoods. If you've got sections of road where people seem to be speeding, we want to hear about that too. So there are ways to do that. When you go on to vote at CAAWorstRoads.com, you're able to identify, are you how do you use the road? Are you walking? Are you cycling? Are you driving? And then you can identify the specific issue that you see. So we're really hoping to start the conversation around some of those areas as well.